Not too long ago, I put out a video on lightweight pulses. How they can now successfully 2-burst with kill clip with no restrictions. It's a big thing for them, very good for them. Getting a fast 0.53 TTK without restrictions. Now those got the highest buff out of all the pulses when they got buffed. The most help, but we have a couple more, the rapid fires and the adaptive frame pulse rifles. And just like the lightweights, maybe it's time to dust off some of these. Take them for a spin. Some of you might be thinking, what do you mean? We never left, we're out here, we're using them. But I want to talk about what changed for them. A little bit of a sleeper thing. Even though these buffs happened a while back, I want to show you what those buffs did. In some ways, they got a lot better. Some thresholds are now met that weren't possible before. You could do some different things, but in some ways, they got a little bit worse. And what's kind of wild, these are small adjustments, but small adjustments add up. All of it involves percentages, and they were smart with them, very smart with them, because we know that damage numbers are rounded. They're halved in certain instances. And what little small buffs like that do is helps push it over the edge to a true half number or a true whole number. And again, in the end, it all adds up. I'm going to show you. Quick example. Pulses are a 3-burst. I mean, a random number here. Say a bullet deals 30.15. A burst, all three of them would deal 90.45 damage. And they say, you know what? That base damage, let's up it by 2%. Well, that goes to 30.75. And that 3-burst damage now goes to 92.25. 1.8 damage per burst. When they chose these percentages, that's what it's doing, is pushing a 0.15 to a true half or a true full. That way, when bullets add up, you get more damage. And when I go over these, you're gonna think, yeah, 1%, 2%, that's nothing, but you're gonna see how it ends up. It's very good, because not too long ago, the first big change, the sandbox shift, players got 30 more health. Pulses got a 14% crit damage buff to go along with that. But they added a little bit more love to some pulse archetypes. I talked about the 450s, but now let's take a look at adaptives. A cool change here. They increased the body shot damage by 5% and critical hit damage by 2%. So that's that 2%. In the old sandbox and adaptive frame, this is what it looked like at base, before the plus 30 health, the universal crit update. Tier 3 to 10, 6 crit 1 body. It's a 7 bullet kill for a 0.93. Tier 1 and 2, a 5 crit 2 body. And Tier 0, you're never going to see that, a 2-burst, 6 crits. But with these new numbers and this new sandbox, with this little 2% buff, Tier 7 to 10 is a 6 crit 1 body. Tier 5 and 6 is 5 crit 2 body. Tier 4 and below is a 2-burst. This is just a base, and believe it or not, yes, you're gonna run into Tier 4, just like this player right here. They were caught slipping. But where I wanna focus, where I want you to focus, just like the 450 pulses, is the damage perks. Kill clip specifically. Kill clip's 25% more damage. That's on top of that little buff that they got. Again, it pushes thresholds that we haven't seen before. Check it out. Here's the TTK before they got the buff, original kill clip. It's just to show how much that little 2% help. You're gonna see 2%, you're like, whatever. But this is what it looks like and how that damage carries. Kill clip of the previous sandbox, tier 9 and 10, 5 crit 1 body for a 0.6. Tier 8, 4 crit 2 body. Tier 7 and below, 0.53 for 5 crits. In the new sandbox, tier 10, only 1 resilience, the highest you can get, 4 crit 2 body. Everything else is 5 crits. And that's crazy. Just easier TTKs all around. No fluff, straight up land crits, get profit. The true tier 10, it's an easy 4 crit 2 body. Everything else 5 crit for that 0.53. Very fast TTK. I want to talk about the range at the end of the video. That's a good TTK for this range. It's always been good, but definitely now kill clip on these 390s. So Jorm's Claw could be an old Bygones, whatever it is. I would also imagine somewhere in the final shape, there's going to be a 390 with kill clip. There has to be, or maybe that's just me coping. If there is, watch out for it. And I'm going to talk about it if it comes up in a video. But check your vault for them. Joram, again, maybe the old Bygones. I even have an old moving target kill clip, last prediction, no origin trait. They're cooking, so give them a spin. And the second highest damage perk is Golden Tricorn, and we're going to talk about Radiant a little bit too. I pulled this from another video. Radiant on the 390s before, tier 8 to 10, 6 crits, tier 7 and below, 5 crit 1 body. Golden Tricorn, 15% more damage, tier 4 to 10, 5 crit 1 body, tier 3 and below, 4 crit 2 body. Both of them together essentially matches the new kill clip. 4 crit 2 body and 5 crit for tier 9 and below. But we see the changes in the new sandbox. Radiant now, a little bit better, a little bit worse. Same, but different. So instead of tier 7 and below, it's tier 6 and below for a 5 crit 1 body. Golden Tricorn is just a flat 5 crit 1 body to every resilience. So it got a little bit worse. You can't 4 crit 2 body tier 3 and below. Radiant and Golden Tricorn, it just 5 crits everything, no more 4 crit 2 body. Like, it's still good. You can still go on streaks with it. I'd say overall, it got a tad bit worse, and kill clip got a whole lot better. And Headseeker helps too. It does 40.84 with Headseeker. It can allow a 5 crit 2 body for that base TTK, and of course, it's going to help with something like kill clip Headseeker on Bygones. The real winner, what to look for when I wanted to showcase that TTK shift, is kill clip. And this whole pulse rifle class, all of them, like the high impacts, the 4 bursts, those are the long range options. The kill clip messengers of 0.6 TTK, kill clip blast furnace of 0.67, these can beat those or match them. But overall, I believe these little buffs is an effort to get a little bit faster TTK, a little bit more reliable TTK, and some ease of use. It brings them up to par as far as lethality. So let's take a look at the rapid fire frames. Those have been popular. Increased body shot damage by 3.5% and critical hit damage by 1%. Okay. The dreaded 1%. But again, all that did was it pushed it past a threshold, because before it was 27.35, now it's 27.65. But again, along your TTK, it does add up. In the old sandbox, here's a TTK for them. And in the new sandbox, now tier 7 to 10, you can 8 crit 1 body. Tier 6 is a 7 crit 2 body. Tier 5 and below is 8 crits. And unfortunately, I don't have the previous kill clip numbers, but the damage perks like kill clip on this Horror's Least, which by the way, I'm not sure any rapid fire is ever taking Horror's Least. It's too good. It's still that dude. Zed moment kill clip. It's a dream. But kill clip still a 7 bullet kill. High resilience, tier 8 to 10, 7 crits. Tier 7 and below, 6 crit, 1 body. And all that, again, does carry with Radiant. What's cool about the rapid fires is you can 2 burst with them, and that's extremely fast, 0.47. And it's the same resilience thresholds, just a faster TTK adding on Radiant. Again, I think it's really smart how they added the percentages to them. And with all of the pulses, again, the whole archetype, range is normalized. Adaptives can get to that 70 range pretty easily. Rapids, the high 60s. I mean, that's 35, 36, 38 meters. And the class itself caps out at 39.95. Those 4 bursts are a little bit longer. 36, 37, 38, that's still really good. Having that 0.53, that 0.47 sometimes. You're sacrificing that 3 to 4 meters of range for that. They're doing quite well. And just like the adaptives, bring one out, give it a spin. Even Headseeker on them, like here's an Autumn Wind. I found a 3 resilience player, and the base TTK is 8 crits on a 3 resilience player. Remember that rapid fire shoots so fast, it carries the Headseeker damage. There's some rounding, but I was able to 1 body 7 crit them because of Headseeker. As you go up with resilience level, it helps with ease of use. And there's one thing to note in the last part of the video, rapid fire scouts, they increase the base damage by 2%. And you may have seen over the past month or so, that's enough to really help out Precision Instrument on Fang. A 4 tap for a 0.7 TTK. Very nice. I don't have one to show you, but that's still very good. And when you compare the old and new TTKs with that 2%, again, 4 crit, 1 body, tier 5 to 10. Everything below, really easy, 3 crit, 2 body. And if they're tier 2, which is super rare, it's a 4 crit. But all these little buffs, these little percentages helped ease of use. It helped body to crit ratio on pretty much all of them. And with something like kill clip on a rapid fire, 3 crit, 1 body, 0.7. The damage perks are about the same for rapid fire scout, except for precision instrument. But something like sword logic, kill clip, it'd be pretty much the same, but I didn't want to include the rapid fire scouts. The main thing is these pulses. Again, collectively, the high impacts, the 4 burst, they're set in stone. There's a lot of users, a lot of players using those. And everything else was just a little bit behind. And now I think they're a lot more healthy in the sandbox, and they compete a lot better, especially the 390s, man. That's a very fast, easy TTK when you get kill clip going. And once I saw that, like I sat down, tracked what happened, they're good. And with something like this, in the end, I mean, we talk about stats, thresholds, TTK shifts, bullet time to kill, like all that's cool. It doesn't matter if they don't feel good. And that's one of the main things I considered as I was playing with it. Do they feel good? Do they feel lethal? Are they dropping people? And they were. So that's what I encourage you to do maybe in a gaming session over the weekend. 6v6, whatever, have some fun. Pull out a 390 with kill clip, a rapid fire with kill clip if you have one, rapid fire with Headseeker. Give them a spin. I think you're really going to enjoy them. If you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, thank you so much for your support. Let's talk about these little buffs down below. Because when I first saw the percentages, like 2% and 3%, I was like, okay, let's see how that goes. But once you track it and put it all down, especially with kill clip, it made a world of difference, like super sleeper. Let's talk about it down below. Thank you for watching. And until the next one, I am CoolGuy.